Welcome to North Dakota Hockey with Dave Hakstol. I'm your host, Dan Hammer. On tonight's show, the coach reviews North Dakota's exhibition win over Manitoba, also looks ahead to the regular season opener this Friday and Saturday with a home-and-home against Bemidji State. Also later in the show, we'll sit down with an extended conversation with freshman Nick Schmaltz. North Dakota defeated Manitoba 4-0 Sunday night in the exhibition opener. Dave, good to be back with you again. Overall evaluation of your hockey team with the 4-0 win?
I thought it was good. I was happy with the 60 minutes of work that we got in. I thought our goaltenders got a little bit of work. I thought our specialty teams got a couple of different looks, and 5-on-5 we got to see some of the pieces and see how they fit together and get some work in. So it was a good night. You
had 6 power play opportunities. You scored 3 power play goals. You killed off all 5 Manitoba power plays. So were you pleased, and how happy were you that you got a good, strong look at your special teams?
Yeah, well, we got to look at everything, and I think we have a starting point. Now we've got a good work week in front of us. We've got to improve in a lot of areas. But for an exhibition game, I thought it was a pretty good start point. We saw a lot of good instinctual plays, some within some of the systems work that we had on specialty teams looked pretty good, and now from here it's a matter of building.
And how positive was it for you to see your team get better as the game went on?
Well, that's what you're looking for. That first 20 minutes is going to be choppy, and it was. There was good effort, but it was pretty choppy in terms of execution. I thought as we got through the second and third periods, we settled into some of our baseline systems, and we began to play a little bit quicker, a little bit faster, and execute a little bit better.
All right, Dave, when we come back, we'll take a look at highlights as UND opens the curtain to the 2014-15 season.
North Dakota Hockey with Dave Hakstol on Midco Sports Network is presented by Sioux Shop at Ralph Ingolstadt Arena, the Greater Grand Forks Convention and Visitors Bureau, Indian Triumph of Fargo, and by Hot Spring Spas and Pool Tables too.
Welcome back to North Dakota Hockey with Dave Hakstol. Coach, let's take a look at the highlights from Sunday night's 4-0 win over Manitoba. As you said in the get-go, it took a while, and even the guys admitted it took a while to knock the rust off and kind of get their game legs underneath them.
No question. The first period was choppy, and it's always tough to get going. You get some of the nervous energy that you have to work out, but that's a process you have to go through.
Right, and yet, once you got past about the 10-minute mark of the first period, you started creating chances, and you probably saw the guys gain some confidence, didn't you?
We did, and you know what I said coming in, we want to play with a good baseline, sort of game. And even through a choppy first period, we saw a lot of that. Our defensemen attacking, our forwards driving that middle lane and getting pucks to the net. There was a lot of good there.
Yeah, your defensemen attacking like Jordan Schmaltz. Defensemen totaled 12 shots and 7 points on the night, so that's certain to carry over from last year, what your defensemen did offensively.
Well, it has to be a staple of our team to help us generate offense. Our forwards are a big part of that in making sure we're doing the right things, and we're going to expect our defensemen to make plays from the back end coming up ice.
Good work below the line there by Colton Sanderson and Austin Pagansky, leading to a power play, and you would get your first power play goal here.
Yeah, that line, the Sanderson line, was a real positive for us. They drew this penalty, and then we did a good job here. Just a couple top switches, good net front by Luke Johnson. Obviously, very importantly, he finds the rebound and buries it.
Well, you always talk about possessing the puck, getting the puck through, and having net front presence. You had them all 3 there.
Yeah, there's every once in a while you score a tic-tac-toe fancy power play goal, but more often than not, you get pucks to the net, you outnumber the opposition there, and you find rebounds.
It was 1-0 after 1. Dave, did you think your opening 3 shifts or so the second period set the stage for the rest of the hockey game?
It did. It just felt like we finally had a little bit of rhythm, and you're seeing on a highlight here just a heck of a play by Nick Schmaltz on a rocket cross crease pass. He handled it rather than just jamming it into a goaltender's pad. A little bit of bad luck that it didn't go in. It went off the pipe.
You had great chances in the second period. Frankly, this could have been a blowout in the second period had it not been for Brandon Jensen in the nets for Manitoba.
Yeah, Jensen played really well. He did a good job for his team, and for me, it's real positive to see us generate opportunities in a lot of different ways with a lot of different people.
It remains 1-0, and then you go on a 4-on-3 power play, and here's Nick Schmaltz and what he delivers to your power play, Dave.
Yeah, we had just run one top switch with a one-timer to Jordan, and now it's kind of a replay with Nick switching lanes, and you know, the pass looks pretty simple, but he lays it right in the wheelhouse, and Jordan gets all of that, and it finds the top corner.
Nick, of course, the freshman, first-round draft pick of the Blackhawks, was involved in a lot of plays in the second period and beyond in this game.
Yeah, you know, he did a good job offensively. Everybody will recognize what he did. He did a great job creating time and space, protecting the puck, delaying, and you know, just little plays that allow him then to make a play with the puck. He's extremely good in those areas. I like the play that he had without the puck. I thought he competed hard defensively and away from the puck. Those are the things that will allow us to play him in key situations against other teams' good players.
Right wing, center, as you take a look at the long-term picture with Nick Schmaltz?
Well, with Luke Johnson going out of the lineup, we had the opportunity to see Nick both right wing and center. He did a good job in both. I think his eventual future lies at center ice. It's a matter of when we decide to make that change, and quite honestly, when it fits properly into our best team structure.
Third period, you continue the pressure. 15 more shots on goal in the third period, like the second period. So you're really carrying the play here throughout the game.
Yeah, you know, and I think what we saw Manitoba obviously showing the effects of a third game in 3 days. A little bit of fatigue on their part, but you know what? Again, concentrating on what we did. I like the pace of our game. You see Brendan O'Donnell with a great job there, just dropping his shoulder, drive into the net, nothing fancy, but a good strong play, and finishes it with good hands.
How confident is 21? How confident is he coming into the season? He had a great development camp with Tampa Bay this summer and a good end to last season.
You know, I think he's in the exact same spot really as he was coming into his junior year. If you recall last year, Brendan was poised for an outstanding year. Unfortunately, he ran into an injury early in the year that really took him off the tracks. And you know, Brendan's had another good summer, good development camp with Tampa Bay Lightning. He's coming in confident, and he looks poised to have a great senior year. 34
seconds after O'Donnell's goal, you get a power play goal here. Nick Schmaltz again setting up Wade Murphy. This is a power play unit that you probably won't tweak too much when you take a look at Jordan Schmaltz and Nick Schmaltz and Drake Kajula and some other pieces.
Yeah, I think we've got those three pieces of the puzzle for sure, and then we have a couple of different options in the other two spots. But you saw a great low switch here with Murphy and Nick Schmaltz, and Murph just, you know, continued rolling around the backside. And you know what? If you give that opportunity to Nick, he's going to find that lane, and he put it right back on Murph's tape, and great finish.
Wade Murphy a year ago, 19 games, 3 assists. He can score the puck. He's strong with the puck. He's done that for Team Canada, Penticton, the BCHL. What do you see as his opportunity, and what does he have to do this year to earn a spot in the lineup night in and night out?
Well, it's not what he's going to do right now. It's what he's done over the past. I think you know, we really challenged Wade to to upgrade everything that he was doing, upgrade what he's doing academically, upgrade what he's doing in and around the rink in the weight room, and definitely his consistency level on the ice. And we've seen real good progress there. He's had an excellent fall camp, capped off with a good preseason game last night. So the stage is set for him to continue taking small steps forward. We need him in our lineup. We need him to score goals like the one that he scored last night. He can be a real key piece for us.
All right, 4-0 the final, a solid 50 minutes of hockey from your team in the exhibition opener. Here are some comments from your players following the game.
As the game went on, we started to make more plays, and we had our confidence was starting to build, and that's what we want from an exhibition game, and we want to carry that into practice this week and do that against Bemidji.
It feels great to get another game in, be in a game situation. Obviously, you got to take confidence away from it. We want to come into the year as confident as we can, and I thought a lot of guys did a lot of good things, and let's just take the positives from this and move on and get ready for the year to start.
What are the big building blocks that you take out of this as you get ready for Bemidji State?
I think the first 15 minutes, like I said before, it's kind of sloppy. We didn't make a lot of plays. Our O-zone wasn't that good. Guys were kind of just throwing the puck. But as guys settled down in the second period and the third period, I think we started to make plays. Guys had more confidence, and it could really show. Our offensive time was definitely up.
What do you expect, Kaj, as far as the next week or two, as you take a look at line combinations and developing some chemistry with guys in those days?
Yeah, preseason we started off. Everyone's played with everybody so far, I think, and that's something that's going to happen early on in the season. You're going to try and find chemistry wherever you can, and I think we found some chemistry throughout some of the lines today. So I'm not sure if we'll change them, but we've been known to mix it up at the start of the season. And I thought all 4 lines clicked well today, and going into the next couple of weeks, they may change, they may not change, but either way, we've got a bunch of good players on this team, so it should be fine.
Coming up next on the show, we'll hear from the Schmaltz brothers, Jordan and Nick. They had a big hand in Sunday night's win. Also, we'll hear from Wade Murphy next on North Dakota Hockey with Dave Hakstol.
North Dakota Hockey with Dave Hakstol on Midco Sports Network is presented by Sioux Shop at Ralph Ingalls Stat Arena, the Greater Grand Forks Convention and Visitors Bureau, Indian Triumph of Fargo, and by Hot Spring Spas and Pool Tables too.
Welcome back to the show. Two of the more prominent storylines from Sunday night were the play of the Schmaltz brothers and Wade Murphy. Jordan Schmaltz, now a junior, is joined by his younger brother Nick Schmaltz, the freshman, who had a dynamic night on Sunday night. Between the two, they scored 5 points. Nick with 2 assists. He could have had 2 goals. Jordan had a goal and 2 assists. They were outstanding on the power play, and it's the first time that the two have been teammates since a brief period together back in the United States Hockey League.
I thought I made some plays, and I think the guys around me were creating room for me and finding seams and stuff like that. And I think my biggest strength is just finding guys on like back doors and stuff like that. But without the players around me, I don't think I could have made those plays.
Kind of like that setup to Wade Murphy for the goal.
Yeah, he found a seam, and it was a great shot by him. I think he threw it over the glove in a tight area, so it's pretty nice goal by him there.
It's an exhibition game. Stats don't count, but you set up older brother too.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to set him up. Nice shot by him over the glove, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, he was good. He was making plays. The more the puck's on his stick, the better chance we're going to have to to score. He's a playmaker, and you could tell tonight by the plays he was making. So I think he's playing with confidence, which is good, and rare from a freshman. I think definitely you kind of got to get your feet wet, but he didn't look that way at all. So I think it's a good start for him, and hopefully he builds up it.
And a player who made a case for more playing time based off of Sunday night is forward Wade Murphy, now in his sophomore season. A year ago, Murphy appeared in just 19 games, had 3 assists, but he was strong on Sunday night. He has a good track record in the past when he led Penticton in scoring in the BCHL. He also was instrumental in helping Canada to the silver medal at the World Junior A Challenge in 2012. And confidence, says Murphy, is a big thing going.
Yeah, it's nice to play with, starting off with Steph and Gordy, 2 experienced guys that are big bodies, protect me a little bit because they're stronger guys. So, and playing with Kajula and Nicky Schmaltz, it's nice. 2 good playmakers and shoot the puck well. So, it's nice to see play with a few different line mates over the game.
And as you project yourself forward here now over the next couple of weeks, what kind of impression you're hoping to make to stay in the lineup on a regular?
Yeah, just get better every day. Work hard during the week. We got a hard work week coming up here, so just improving every day and being more confident with the overall game.
North Dakota Hockey with Dave Hakstol on Midco Sports Network is presented by Sioux Shop at Ralph Ingalls Stat Arena, the Greater Grand Forks Convention and Visitors Bureau, Indian Triumph of Fargo, and by Hot Spring Spas and Pool Tables too.
Welcome back to the show. We continue our early season sit-down conversations with members of this year's incoming freshman class with forward Nick Schmaltz from Verona, Wisconsin. Of course, the younger brother of UND defenseman Jordan Schmaltz. Nick, thanks for spending a little time with us.
No problem.
What do you remember about lacing up the skates in your early boyhood days in Verona, Wisconsin?
I remember a lot about it. We grew up playing a rink about 5 minutes from my house, so me and my brother played there, and then we played with the Madison Capitals for a few years, and then we started driving down to Chicago playing with the Chicago Mission for about 5 or 6 years. So I drove twice a week, 2 hours each way, so pretty big time commitment there. Anybody in particular, any people in particular that kind of were an influence to you early in your hockey playing days? Probably my dad would be the biggest influence. He just kind of, he threw us into all the sports. Got us involved in football, baseball, soccer, so he kind of just wanted us to be athletes when we were young, and then kind of develop that part of it, and then kind of pick which one we wanted, and we stuck with hockey. Mm-hmm. Played in the USHL most recently. Also, you've had a wealth of experience internationally.
What has the international experience done for you in terms of your development?
I think it really proves where you're at as a player with the rest of the world. You get to play against the best players in the world and the best players from your country. So it's a big honor every time you get to play for Team USA, and I'm hoping I get another chance sometime.
Was there a certain point in the last few years, Nick, that in your development that you thought, you know, I can realize a dream of playing Division I hockey and chasing some big-time hockey dreams? I think
Green Bay helped me a lot with the development side. I think really got me better two-way. I think that's the biggest thing I need to work on still to this day. Just getting better both ends of the ice, because if you want to be a NHL player, you're gonna have to play all three zones of the ice. So that's the biggest thing.
All right, describe your style of play to us.
Playmaking, center or wing, whichever one, doesn't matter. Like to make plays, pass first kind of guy, and yeah, I just say a skilled forward.
Yeah. Do you prefer wing or center, one or the other?
I think preferably center, but if a guy prefers center and the coach puts me there, I'll play wing too. So.
How about in your early conversations with Coach Hakstol? Are you projected to be a center to begin the season?
I think he wants me starting off at the wing just to get used to the speed and the size. The guys are so much stronger here compared to the USHL, so yeah. I think he's going to start me off at the wing and then eventually over time maybe slide into the center spot. Mm-hmm. So I think that's what he's told me so far.
This past June, you were selected in the first round by the Chicago Blackhawks. Talk about that experience.
It was a huge honor for me, I think, and that's obviously my favorite team growing up, so couldn't be a better spot for me. But now I got to put in a lot of work. Still a ways away from that dream, so just starting with this year, day by day, got to get bigger off the ice and get better on the ice as well.
And how about the special bond that you and your brother Jordan share, each of you being first-round draft picks in the NHL?
Yeah, it's pretty cool looking at it. Obviously, like I said, we still got a lot of work to do, so we're just we're happy with it, but we're still chasing our dream.
Yeah. Are you ready for a little Chicago Blackhawks UND hockey trivia here?
Yeah.
Besides yourself, can you name the other two players who were North Dakota players and selected by the Blackhawks in the first round?
Jonathan Toews.
Right on with that one.
And John Marks.
Wow, nicely done. Yes, in fact, John Marks back in 1968 was selected by the Blackhawks in the first round. He played almost 700 NHL games. Then he was an assistant coach here at UND for a while, and he's still coaching down in Fargo in the USHL. Nicely done.
Thank you.
All right, let's talk about your freshman season. Nick, what are your personal expectations for this season?
I think just to get better in all areas of the ice. Hopefully some production on the score sheet, but I'm not looking for anything big like that. Just getting better and just getting my off the ice, getting stronger, and slowly getting closer to my dream and playing in the NHL. So.
You were familiar with the program before you got here because of your brother, but what have you learned about the program, about the culture since you've been here?
It's every day it's all in or nothing. You're going 100%. There's no days off. So we learn from the older guys. They're great leaders. They're kind of take us under their wing and showing us the ropes a little bit. And just if you want to be a North Dakota hockey player, you're going to have to play your heart out every night, every shift, every day in the gym and on the ice. So I think it's going to really help me in the future.
All right, Nick, good luck this freshman season. Nice job.
Thank you.
Good chatting with you. That is freshman forward Nick Schmaltz. We're back with more next here on North Dakota Hockey with Dave Hakstol.
North Dakota Hockey with Dave Hakstol on Midco Sports Network is presented by Sous Shop at Ralph Ingalls State Arena, the Greater Grand Forks Convention and Visitors Bureau, Indian Triumph of Fargo, and by Hot Spring Spas and Pool Tables too.
Dave, the regular season begins this weekend. Friday, you host Bemidji State. Saturday, you make the trip back to Bemidji. Let's talk about three things coming off of Sunday again. Cam Johnson, he played the third period, the freshman goaltender. Your assessment of his play?
Oh, I thought he was solid. I thought he went in and he absolutely did his job. He had 8 or 9 shots on goal. He had 3 or 4 quality chances against. He looked very calm, very settled. It's nice to get those first minutes under your belt in a true game situation in this building. So a real valuable 20 minutes for him.
Secondly, you were afforded the luxury of playing 8 defensemen in the exhibition game. Has that picture clarified at all through one exhibition game, or is that still very much a work in progress in terms of who might be the 6th game in and game out?
Well, I think we're going to need all of those guys as we go through the season. I think history says depth at the blue line is extremely important.
Yeah.
I thought everybody did a good job yesterday. You know, we're going to make some decisions and decide who our top 6 are going into Friday night's game, and the competition on our blue line will continue as we continue to build that entire group of 8 into a real strong D-core.
And finally, your 4th line, you touched on it a bit in the highlights. Colton Sanderson centers that 4th line. What did you like about their play on Sunday night, and what do you see them delivering to your team here as you look forward?
Well, Dan, that's a group we put together during some of our skill practices about 10 days ago, and that group you know, seemed to have chemistry right away. They're on the same page with how they're playing. I like the speed that Bryn Chizik is bringing to that group. I like the heaviness that Austin Poganski brings, and Colton Sanderson has been real stable up the middle there. So that's a group that will remain together as we go into our first real true work day of practice this week, Tuesday afternoon.
All right, Dave, you're bound for the Ralph here on Friday night. We'll have it for you here on Midco Sports Network, and then the short trek down Highway 2 to Bemidji on Saturday. Good luck this weekend.
Thanks. We can't wait to get going. We look forward to the regular season and a great test here against Bemidji State on
Likewise, and we'll recap it next week here on the show. So it's North Dakota and Bemidji State Friday and Saturday, a home and home. Friday here at the Ralph, Saturday in Bemidji. We'll recap that series next week on the show. Thanks for watching North Dakota Hockey with Dave Hakstol.